Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're having a fantastic day. You can see from the title here, The Witcher and Superman actor Henry Cavill addresses concerns of toxic fandom. Now, I'm not doing this video to be like, oh, Henry Cavill this and Henry Cavill that. I actually think his comments here are really, really decent. For the most part. I don't agree with absolutely everything, but I think this addresses, to me, something which I've long thought that, like, Henry Cavill really does need to be in more things. He's a great ambassador. He just speaks common sense, basically. A lot of people remember a while back, he got in like a large amount of trouble for his comments on the Me Too movement and effectively how he basically feared just talking to women in bars nowadays due to the sort of toxicity that's been built up around the movement and the just accusations that are flung left, right and centre. And he got in real crap for that, but he generally just spoke some sense. Not only that, he just spoke his own opinion on it, so it was a real shame. But anyway, his comments here, and I'm sure you're probably going to see some videos which are like outraged about this, but I really do feel he's just talking common sense. And like I say, he's a really fantastic ambassador for like any show that he works on. Really any show that he works on. Any show, any movie, whatever. He is, or should be, like the poster boy for these things. He's really good and really smart when it comes to PR. So this is basically just an interview that was over on YouTube from Jake's Takes. Now, the host, Jake, asked Henry Cavill quite a lengthy question about toxic fandom. Now, Hamilton stated, there's something really interesting with this character that I find fascinating, which is that he genuinely really does just want to do the right thing. But everywhere he goes, whether it's a new town or a new bar, people just kind of give him a hard time. And they rag on him, despite the fact that he has great intentions. I'm curious if that's comparable to this sort of world. This culture of toxic fandom, where, like, if you make a movie, especially if you make a superhero movie, you have great intentions, but there are always going to be a small, yet vocal group of people that can kind of just be toxic. Now, obviously, that question right there is very leading. It's very presumptuous about Henry Cavill's thoughts about things as well, isn't it? I mean, the question itself is very... It leads Henry Cavill down the path of the question of the answer, shall I say, that the host Jake wants, because he wants. I mean, it is very presumptuous. He is essentially just saying, "Oh, it is. We have a culture of toxic fandom. You've made a superhero movie. There's vocal minorities that are toxic about it. What do you think?" It's very presumptuous. It's very leading. Quite a smart way to answer to ask a question, especially if you want a certain answer. However, my boy Henry Cavill, you the man. I understand what you are saying, but when it comes to fans, it is a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. Round of applause. Again, this is what I mean by Henry Cavill. Why are you not in more things? Not only are you a good actor, because you are a good actor. Not only are you a good actor, not only do you have stereotypical Hollywood looks, not only do you have the work ethic of an absolute workhorse, like he really does, like with the gym, with his acting capabilities, just the amount of work he pours into things is just insane. The effort and the intensity. But he's fantastic for PR. Like, you could have this guy just interviewed by anyone, and he's on it. He is on it. And it's funny as well because you have all of these, an array of different actors that are in much bigger Hollywood productions currently. They just can't respond to anything with any level of centrism. He didn't follow the path that Jake guy wanted him to go down. At all. And he continues, right? And this is what I mean. He's just fantastic. People are going to be upset especially when you are talking about books or games, because you are never going to be the exact person who they had in their head, or who they played in Witcher 3, for example. I don't necessarily consider that toxic. I just consider that passionate. And it's something that which I obviously had to come to terms with over the years. For me, the comparison is not like that with Geralt walking into a bar. The comparison is more meta. It's more to do with xenophobia and sexism and colonialism and all those effects that has on people and who they divert their fear and energy towards, and that tends to be to Geralt, because he is a guy who exists outside of society. Now, I know a lot of people will hear those trigger words there and think that's what he's referring to. He's not. Okay, he's really, really not. So remember, he's already stated, because again, there will be some people that somehow like warp this around into some weird outrage video. I'm doing a really positive video on this because I think he's literally one of the best PR people in Hollywood right now. So again, those are my genuine thoughts. It's really, really important to note that he said, I understand what you're saying, but when it comes to fans, it's a fan's right to have whatever opinion they want to have. He's not saying that's toxic. However, to answer the question that Jake gave, that he gave Henry, he says that for me, with the comparison, it is not actually like that with Geralt walking into a bar. The comparison is more meta. It's more to do with xenophobia. So he's talking about how people treat Geralt in the series versus how xenophobic people treat other races in real life. Sexism, for example. It's those kind of bigotry. He's not saying that fans are bigots. He's just saying, oh, you asked about the comparison towards the show, because that was very, very clear in the question. And again, because I want to kind of labour the point on this, because I know people will twist this into some outrage video. But he does say, I'm curious if that's comparable to this sort of world, this culture of toxic fandom. Basically saying, people rag on Geralt, blah, blah, blah. That was the question. So the fact that Henry Cavill then turns around and is like, no, it's to do with sexism, colonialism, and all those effects that it has on people and who they divert their fear and energy towards, that tends to be Geralt, because he is a guy who exists outside of society. Fantastic. Like, absolutely brilliant. What a great way to completely slap Jake's question away, which is a very, very presumptuous and very leading question. Slap it away in an awesome PR. It's undeniably great PR, right? That's the best PR I've seen in a long time. And then still answer the question as well. So he's backhanded the leading part away and said, no, I disagree with you, actually. Fans are great. They can do whatever they want. It's fine. But hey, here's an answer to your question. And he's also just saying that what things people can't really disagree with. I mean, xenophobia, sexism, and things like that are not particularly great, are they? I don't think anyone can really say that racism and sexism is something to be bowed down to and gone, oh yeah, that's awesome. So he's diverted it away to something which most people can actually agree with. Henry Cavill, why are you not in more things? So he does continue on. And he says he's not part of a group when he walks into town, and he looks so different from everyone else, and no one can control him. He is faster, stronger, better at swords, and apparently can do magic as well. You can't control him, and you fear him, and therefore all of your energy, especially in a crowd of people, will be diverted at him because of everything that is happening above you in the world. It's great. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, seriously, some of the best. I can't think of a better person to lead franchises nowadays, because he's just wholly likable. He doesn't really do anything bad with PR to cause outrage or anything like that. Even when this fucking Jake's Takes, this dude here, tries to lead him down that path. Terrible. People often ask why I don't leave interviews and things like that down below in the description box. Guys, I'm not going to be promoting this dude's channel. He's very clearly not someone that I would want to promote, is he? Let's be honest. So when I don't leave articles or things like that down below in the comments, there's in the description, there's a reason why. I'm not here to promote other people, just as an FYI. That's not my job. My job is not promotion. I am not a marketing company. And I'm not going to, if I was here to promote people, I fucking would not promote Jake Hamilton, that's for sure. Because he's very presumptuous. He's clearly you know, reading into things and leading it down an awkward path. But anyway, I thought I'd just do this video because genuinely, I know there'll be some people that will probably try to turn this into like some kind of outrage, but I think this just shows Henry Cavill as an excellent leading man. And it's a shame that he's not in more things. So there you go. I just found this to be quite interesting. What do you guys think of this? Let me know down below in the comments. Are you looking forward to The Witcher? Because it's coming out December 20th. I will be watching it. Fairly certain it drops all at once. I will probably just do like maybe like a mid-season recap review thing and then like a round-out recap at the end. I don't know. I've tried to do episode-by-episode reviews before. They didn't do too well, so I don't think I'll ever do that again. But let me know your thoughts on kind of what you want me to do with The Witcher anyway, down below in the comments. If you're new here, do hit subscribe. You can stay up to date on the world of pop culture and movie news by hitting the bell notification icon. But anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.